What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Tyler Perry's The Oval video if you're new. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for The Oval, Season 2, Episode 6. If you're a fan of The Oval, if you love The Oval, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on The Oval, you get them. Now, the title to this episode is Malicious Intent, and honestly, there was a lot of malicious activity going on in this episode. That's why it's called that. But you know, I think when it comes to this show, every episode has a lot of malicious activity. Now, I thought it was a pretty good episode, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably one of my favorite ones out of the 6 so far. I'll rate this one a 9 out of 10. Now, when the episode first starts, we see Priscilla, she's still in Jason's room because at the end of the last episode, she went in there and Jason caught her looking under his bed. So he's like, what are you doing in my room? She said she was just cleaning up. You know, she said it's their job since they work there to clean up. And Jason is like, hold up, that's not your job though. The maids do that. So she says that they're short-staffed for the day and that she was just helping out. And he's saying to get out of his room, and, you know, she's just messing with him over and over again. And she says, you know, Jean usually cleans your room. Have you seen her? And he's like, no, I have not seen her. And then Priscilla says, okay, let me just go in the bathroom and finish cleaning up. So she moves her way back towards the bathroom. And of course, Jason, you know, he's getting all mad. And I'm thinking in this moment, oh God, please don't let Jason kill Priscilla now. Now, next we see Sam. You know, he came to see the First Lady because she wanted to see him. And of course, you know, she is just flirting and flirting. She wants this man so bad. I don't even know the last time Victoria got some. You know, she's just trying to get her some. You know, she's trying to get smashed because it's been a minute for her, obviously. I mean, she is coming on to my man Sam strong. But she wanted to see him just to apologize to him. And then Sam says, I'm so sorry about your mother, ma'am. And then they talk a little bit about Victoria's father. Sam says that he's a living legend. And Victoria asks Sam if he's ever met her father before. And he says no, just through books. But then she wants Sam to have a seat to discuss his new position that she wants him to have since Uma is no longer in the picture. He doesn't think it's a good idea to sit next to her, but she insists that he comes over there. Now, we see Priscilla going into Jason's bathroom. And, you know, Jason is following her back there. And he says, can you please get out of my room? Get out now. And she says, oh, if you really want me to get out, I guess I will. Like, the way she was just saying stuff was hilarious because she was really messing with Jason. But then Jason tells Priscilla that Gail told him that when she was in the trunk of Jean's car, she heard Jean on the phone with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was really violent. And of course, Jason was telling Priscilla this to save his ass, and Priscilla is like, oh, is that right? I'm gonna have to ask Gail myself then. And then Jason grabs Priscilla by her arms and her shoulders, and he says, now can you pretty please get out of my room? And the way he grabbed her, I really thought he was gonna like snap her neck or something. I mean, we are talking about a potential serial killer right here. Now next we see Sam and Victoria laughing on the couch, and Priscilla walks out. And she's just looking like, what the hell is going on right here? And of course, Sam hurries up and stops what he's doing because he got caught in the act. But Victoria is like, what were you doing? Where were you at? Were you in my son's room? And she said, yes. She said she was in there to clean. And Victoria is wondering why the hell she was in there and not the maid. And Priscilla says it's because they were short-staffed and she had to go in there to help out. And Priscilla brings up how Jean is missing. Like how one of the maids just disappeared. And Victoria's like, really? I didn't know that. So Victoria asked Priscilla if she thought she was gonna find Jean in Jason's room. And she said, no, like I said, I was just helping out. And then Victoria says, you know what? I need a tea. Can you go and get me a tea? So Priscilla says, I'll get right on that. It'll be my pleasure. And the way she said it, it made me think she was gonna go in that kitchen and poison the first lady. Now next, we see Nancy in the kitchen and she's throwing something in the trash and she finds a pregnancy test. So she calls Barry in the kitchen and she says, why did you not tell me that Sharon was pregnant? Barry's like, what are you talking about? I didn't know she was pregnant. That's news to me. So Barry is just trying to find out reasons why Sharon didn't tell him. He says, cause maybe it's Kareem's baby. Then he says maybe, you know, she was gonna get an abortion. And he was just trying to think of why Sharon would not tell him this. And Nancy says she has to go to the funeral home and she wants Barry to go with her. But Barry says, why don't you just tell us who the father is? And she says she can't. And she kept on saying over and over again that she can't tell them. And I want to know why. Like, why can't she tell Richard and Barry who the father is? Is it really that serious? When are we going to find out who the hell Picky's father is? I want to know who it is. But Barry said he's going to leave. He's getting on his coat. He wants to go talk to Sharon about the pregnancy. And apparently, Sharon is pregnant. She told Kareem that she wasn't, but I guess the test says that she is. So I'm confused. But yeah, Barry said he's going to go talk to Sharon. And Nancy said, no, I need you to go to the funeral home with me. And Barry said he'll take her when he gets back. And he left. Now next we see Richard and Frida flirting in the kitchen and Priscilla walks in and she says, don't you have some work to be doing? And Frida says, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And then she leaves and Priscilla asks Richard what that was all about. Richard tells her that he's taking Frida out on a date and I'm surprised he told her. But then again, Richard, this new Richard that we see, he just gives no F's. So he told Priscilla straight up that he's taking Frida out on a date. And she says, really? What is your wife gonna think about that? Richard says that she has no say in anything. And Priscilla tells him that, you know, Nancy told her everything that happened. Richard asked Priscilla who the father is. She said she doesn't know, which is true. You know, Nancy did not tell her. And then Richard tells her to find out. He said Priscilla needs to find out no matter what she has to do to get the information. Basically, so she can go and tell Richard. That's the only way Richard might find out because Nancy ain't coming off the information. Now, next we see Donald talking to Kyle. And they're just talking about Kyle moving some of his things in the house. And Donald wants to know what's the news with Diane. And Kyle says that, you know, she hasn't gone anywhere because he's been tracking her. She's just been at home. And Donald says he's going to try to call her. So Kyle's walking in the house and he's talking about them having a real relationship and stuff. And they're just talking on the phone. And when they hang up, Lily says, was that my husband on the phone? And of course, Kyle comes around the corner and he's shocked to see Lily. He says, what are you doing here? And she says, it's time for me to come home. You know, I want to make things right. She said her money paid for half of the house. And, you know, she built this life with Donald and everything, and she wants it back. And Kyle says, what are you up to? But then she says she packed his shit in a garbage bag. And he's like, really? So he grabbed his stuff and he left. Now next we see Max and Bobby sitting at the table and they're both patching themselves up. You know, they both have some wounds. And Bobby explains to Max everything that happened before they met. You know, he says that Lily shot him. He explains that he was hired to watch Lily and stuff like that. And he was hired by Kyle. He said he was hired by the same man that shot Max. And, you know, Max was surprised. And Bobby also said that, you know, back in the day when they were like 20 years old, they got super drunk and he let Kyle give him head. And I'm like, what? This shocked the hell out of me. I could not believe that he said that. You know, I didn't think Bobby was gay. He's so in love with Lily. I mean, maybe he's bisexual or whatever, but I did not see that coming. Then Max pulls his gun on Bobby and Bobby does the same. And Max is like, man, tell me everything you know about Kyle. I want to know right now. And Bobby tells him what he knows. And, you know, he doesn't really know that much. He just says that they served together. You know, they've known each other from back in the day. He hired him to do a job, and that was it. And Bobby says, you can shoot me if it makes you feel better. But then Max decides to put his gun down. And these two are going to try to take Kyle down together. And I hope they do, man. Kyle is starting to irritate me a little bit. You know, he thinks he's better than everybody else. He thinks he can kill people and get away with it. So I hope maybe they do take him down. Now, next we see Donald going to the presidential office and he's talking to Hunter. And this dude, Hunter, for him to be a president, he never does a damn thing in that White House. Nothing. He doesn't go to meetings. He doesn't do nothing. He just drinks all day and sits there and worries about pussy. Because he said to Donald that, you know, his son killed 3 people and he's just stressing about it. And then he says when he was having sex with Denise, he felt powerful. So that's all he thinks about. And Donald says, I mean, you are the president of the United States. Like, you are powerful, duh. And this dude just acts like he needs a woman in the office to have sex with. So he calls up Ellie and says that he needs to see her. Ellie comes in and says, so you said you wanted to see me. And Hunter tells Donald to get out. And he keeps telling him over and over again because Donald does not want to get out. But he does leave. And Hunter's talking to Ellie about the bruises on her face. He's like, what happened? But obviously, he doesn't care about the bruises for real. He just wants sex. He starts unzipping his zipper and he says, come on over here. And Ellie is like, look, this is on my terms. I'll say when we're going to do something. And it's not going to be right now. I am not your whore. Now, I am kind of glad that Ellie stood up for herself like that. You know, I'm glad she didn't just go in there and sleep with him. But then here comes Donald, man. He walks in, he grabs Ellie and tells her to get out. And then he comes back in the office and Hunter is like, man, what was that? Donald says, you are not doing this. It's not happening. You know, she could get mad at us and she could take down the entire administration. And Donald says, come on, we're going to a cabinet meeting. We got to go to a meeting. We got to do some work. And Hunter doesn't want to go, but then he gets up anyways and goes. I mean, this is one lazy president. Now, next we see Ellie walking down the hall and Alan brings her into the room and he's like, look, you see what I mean now. That man does not care about you at all. And she says, look, I know that. I know he doesn't care about me. So why are you telling me this? And then she tells Alan that, you know, they're better off as friends pretty much. This dude is kind of too obsessive, too jealous. And I guess Ellie just doesn't want to be with him. Now, next we see Sam and, you know, Victoria is still talking to him. Still. She talks about making his position official, and then she says that Priscilla still did not bring her tea. So Sam says that he'll go and check on it and he'll bring it, and she says, don't call her ma'am anymore, call her Victoria. So now she wants to be called by name from Sam. Like, she is really feeling this dude, and he might end up sleeping with her, man, because, you know, Priscilla, she's acting a damn fool. And Priscilla never gives him no butt anyways. Sam might go ahead and do something with the first lady. I mean, he already had her kind of suck him off. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Now next, Sam goes into the kitchen and Richard is in there cleaning up. And he says, did Priscilla come in here and make some tea? And Richard said, yeah, she did. So Sam grabs the pot of tea and he dumps it out. So Richard is looking like, what is going on? Sam tells him to just make a fresh pot of tea and bring it out there to the first lady. Now next we see Kyle come into Donald's office and he tells him that Lily is back and he says that he doesn't trust her, that she must be up to something. Then Alan comes in the room and says that his wife is on the phone. So he picks up the phone and Lily says, hi, how are you? And she says that she's back to stay. You know, she wants to make things right. She says that they built this life together and she doesn't want to just let it go. And Donald is just agreeing to everything. He's just agreeing because really, you know, he wants her dead. But he's going to play the game just like she is. And she says she doesn't want him to help her with her career anymore. She wants to do it by herself. And then the two of them say they love each other, which is complete bullshit. You know, they're just talking at this point. Then when Donald hangs up, Kyle says, what the hell? And Donald grabs Kyle and says that he has nothing to worry about, that she could never love him like he can, and they start kissing, and then Alan walks in the room, and then that's the end of the episode. So yeah, it was a crazy one, man. There was a lot of stuff that went down in this episode. I'm just anxious to see what's gonna happen with the First Lady and Sam, because the First Lady really is on it, man. And I cannot wait to see Priscilla find out about Gene. I cannot wait, because Priscilla, after her shift, she's supposed to be going to see Miss Laura at the hospital. And if she does that, then she's definitely gonna find out about Gene. So yeah, I cannot wait. But what did you guys think of this episode? I really liked it. Comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know. What are your theories, thoughts, predictions, and everything else for the rest of the season? What do you think's gonna happen on the next episode? Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all the OVO content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.